So just give me a second. Let me work this out for you so you can see how this works. You can see that 1 ppm equals 1 milligram per liter. Um, and actually this is 0.025, not 0.25, by the way. Um, so that'll basically make it um, sorry, it's a little bit sloppy here, but trying to make it solved out for you guys to take a look at. Um, so we want to make it to show it. Looks like I must have missed a step here again. So let's start this problem over so you guys can see it a little bit better. I think we had a little bit of confusion here, and I still want to try this out for you guys. So give me a second um, to work this out. So obviously we know that there's 800 milliliters that we have to definitely have, and we see that there is going to be maybe we are not sure where we are going with this, but um, we see that this can have that sorry for the interruption. It looks like uh, this may or may not work out. 1 gram over 10 ml times 2 ml. You would do that. You get 0.2 grams over ml. And the next step here is, I know this looks a little bit complex, but you'll figure it out eventually. You want to make this into a concentration in terms of like a percent. So let's do it that way, and then we'll be able to figure it out from there. But before we get there, we want to make sure that in fact, it's not 0.2 grams per ml, it's 0.2 grams. So do not mix up between the ml here. These mLs cancel out. So always check your units. Always check your units. So that's just 0.2 grams. And then you would divide by the 800 ml here. And that would equal to 0.1 over 400. You can just kind of reduce it this way. And then you will multiply that out. So it would, or divide it, and it would go 2 decimal places to the left. So from here, so just as you would see it here, divide 0.1 by 400. So you would see it equal to 0.00025, and that will be written as grams per ml. Now we can go ahead and finalize our solution here by taking this and then multiplying it by making these conversions now. So like I said, unit conversions always, you want to definitely cross out the units if they're dividing each other here. And then you will, since it's 3 zeros, it's multiplying by, you can move it 3 decimal places to the right. So it would equal to 0.25 milligrams per ml. And then you will take the 0.25 milligrams per ml and multiply that by 1,000 milliliters, because that's what 1,000 milliliters is 1 liter. And you will cross out your units again, and you will get 250 milligrams per liter, which equals to 250 ppm. So this is essentially how you would solve this type of problem. This is actually my method. There's other methods you could use, like this one uses the C1V1 formula. That is another way of doing it. So as I mentioned, these two slides, we weren't able to get through them fully. Looks like there was a typo on our second one where we dealt with the dilution problem, but this first one, just to clear up the understanding, QSAD means quantity sufficient to make. So I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Looks like we were able to solve through many of the problems in our overall entire lecture we had just gone over with you. So if there's anything that you are stuck on or need help, we will look into it. There could be a problem or two I may need to look at more closely to figure it out with you, but it's likely going to be very similar to the concepts I have presented in our lecture. So feel free to let me know if you have any other questions, and thank you for watching. You have a